What's up, Fantastic family? It's your girl Fantastic, and I'm back with another video. This month, in honor of Black History Month and our ancestors, I'm gonna bring you a segment called Black History Moments. And right now I am in the heart of South Memphis, Tennessee. As a matter of fact, many of our Black History monuments and many things that are important in Black history are nestled right here in South Memphis. And I'm going to show you our very own HBC, LeMoyne Owen College. And yours truly, your girl Fantastic, is a product of LeMoyne Owen College. Around here we call it LOC for short. And it was founded in the 1800s, near the ending of slavery. And yeah, about 1862. They were actually two colleges. You had LeMoyne College and you had Owen College. But if you know anything about HBCUs, they're always in some type of financial, because they don't get federal funds because they're private schools. And in like the 1960s, they merged to make one college. And I'm going to show it to you. The gates and everything are closed because of COVID. And I think COVID is kind of getting in the way of everything, a lot of things. So I can't really take you around the campus, but I can ride you around. And I must say, back in the late 80s, early 90s when I went, things have expanded. All of this stuff across the street and so forth, which are buildings, there are buildings and dorms and so forth now. All those things were the projects. You know, we had to be careful where we parked our car, what we left in our car, because it's sitting in the middle of the hood. But here's the campus. That's the major administration building. There's a plaque that's Steel Hall sitting back there. It says Steel Hall was erected in 1914 when LeMoyne Institute, which began in 1862 and opened as LeMoyne Normal Commercial School. In 1871 was moved from New Orleans Street to Walker Avenue. Named in honor of Andrew J. Steele, third principal from 1874 to 1908. It has served as an academic center during the institution's development from a secondary school to LeMoyne Junior College in 1924, LeMoyne College in 1930, and LeMoyne Owen College in 1960. And I'm gonna get out so I can get a close-up. Here it is. This is Steel Hall. When I was a student, this is what housed the financial aid office, nursing, the art center. All those were nestled right in that building, and that is a original building. Here the gate. You see the gate is closed. Ooh, it's a cold Memphis day. Back there you have Hollis Price, the library. I spent many days in that library. I worked for one of the deans, work study during the summer. And that library, I think, is 3 floors. And he had us doing a project where we had to count all the furniture in the college, go in every room And shoot, we would go in there and hide and pretend we would go in the room and say, it looks like 20 chairs in here. This building back here, that's the main center. Your English classes, the president's office, the dean, fiscal center, records, all of that was right back there in that building. Yeah. Oh, and it's been so long ago, I couldn't tell you the name of these buildings anymore. I wish I could just take you around the campus because it's beautiful. See all that? All that was the LeMoyne Gardens project when I was in school. And they were able to get money and expand. It is a really cold. I was at this school 2 months before I got a car. My mom, I was supposed to go to Tennessee State, Nashville, which was another HBC. But my mother, she was like, baby, if you stay home, I'll get you a car. So these very steps, I used to sit on and wait for the 4-walker. 2 buses to finally, I told my mom, look, you promised me a car. But that's the main building. That directly to the back, that's the student center. That's where we used to hang out in the cafeteria. That's the original building there with offices. That building back there is GOH. That building right there, that is where the science and math classes are held. Let's see, can we walk down to the gym? We'll ride down. And this building right over here to the right, that used to be the dorm for the baseball students. You know, baseball was pretty big at this school. We didn't have a football team. We had a baseball team and we had a basketball team. And both of them, the athletes were a big deal, I guess, like at any college. But that back there, hey, all right, how you? That's called the Urban Wellness Center now. I'm not sure what that means, but that building right there, that was the baseball. And then you have a church. We were required in HBCU to go to chapel services. We had them every Wednesday at 12 o'clock. There were no classes on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays during the 12 o'clock hour. You would hear the church bells ring on Wednesdays, and that's what we would have our chapel services. And I mean, they were full on. And then twice a year we would have our fall and spring congregation at this larger church, Metropolitan Baptist. If you were someone, that's what church you went to. Very prestigious church, Metropolitan, right there. And let's read. That is where we had our bigger services. And I mean, that church is beautiful. That one as well. Both are beautiful churches on the inside. And the sign says in 1870, Edward Shaw became the first Memphis black to run for U.S. Congress. Though he did not win, he was active in politics, serving on the county commission, city council, and wharf master in the 1870s. In 1875, Shaw was editor of a black newspaper, the Memphis Planet, and in 1880, he escorted General Grant, who was in Memphis, to visit Beale Street Baptist Church. That's a church that I showed you in a previous video. If you go back to my Memphis series, escorted him to Beale Street Baptist Church and LeMoyne Normal Institute. So that's that. We're gonna get in my car and we're gonna drive down to the gym. On that bottom floor, there is an Olympic-sized swimming pool. You can't really see it, but that's Bruce Hall. That's our gym. That's where our basketball games were held. But on that bottom floor was an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and they've named the street after the basketball coach. LOC coach Jerry C. Johnson Street, but you know this is Walker, named after prestigious. And there used to be a store that used to sit right here, and they got like the Boys and Girls Club sit back there. LeMoyne is a liberal I'm tongue blew. It's a liberal arts college. So by the time you graduated, even if you majored in something, you had to take a little bit of everything. Music, art. We took PE. And one of my courses, my first term there was tennis. And I took tennis right here on this tennis court. This is where I learned tennis. And the next quarter, when I took a sport, I took gymnastics because I did gymnastics. I took gymnastics for so many years as a preteen and teenager. So it was just only right to continue the tradition. And see, they got these big, beautiful dorms. Now, all these was projects when I was in school. I mean, and our learning experiences were so much different. This is where we park. They got a guard now. One no guard when I was in school. It said no visitor residents only. See, it was just the parking lot. You had to make sure didn't nobody get in your car. And that's the student center. That's where we got a theater called the Little Theater in there. You got your cafeteria place. We have dances. They got like a game room. In that game room, there's you know, like pool tables. There's a couch and a TV where, you know, you would hang out, and sororities and so forth, they would do their rush. And look, I was greedy. I went to everybody. I wasn't really interested in pledging at that time, so, but I would go to everybody's rush party, cause especially the Zetas, because they would have good food. But I didn't pledge. That's neither here nor there. You know, later I did join the Order of Eastern Stars. With that building back there, Brownlee, I showed that to you already. That's where the English classes are held. And that's also the administration, president's office, dean office, the fiscal office, all of that nestled. And this is the back of the library where I used to have. This concludes my tour of HBCU. I wish it was open so that I could take you in and take you around. Originally all that was 15 acres, and I used to be there every single day of my young adulthood. So until next time, bye.